This is for the woman trying to find herself again. If you click this video, it's likely because you feel like you've lost yourself, or maybe you're in a position where you've never even gotten a chance to find yourself. And I'm here to tell you that you are not alone. There is a generation, or I would say 3 generations of us, fighting to find who we are in a culture that forces us to take on certain identities. It's easy to lose yourself when most of the media you consume tells you what you need to do or be in order to live a good life. Or if you want to be successful in social media or build a personal brand, you're encouraged to niche down instead of embracing the fact that you are a multifaceted person with various interests and passions. All of this pressure to conform boxes you in, and it prevents you from finding yourself. Even the music you listen to is influencing you to believe things about yourself and your relationships with others. For example, I'm a hip hop enthusiast and I love this new wave of female rap. But let's be real. Most of what Sexy Red and Glorilla and the City Girls and Cardi B and Lotto preach about in their music doesn't, can't, or should not apply to us. I can't afford a Birkin right now, and I'm simply not in the mood to manipulate a man into getting me a Birkin just because I feel like I want a Birkin. I can't get my body done to have the perfect hourglass figure, and deep down I want to pour in and love my partner, and I want a partner who pours in and loves me. I thoroughly enjoy female rap and I enjoy hip hop, but as a person, I don't align with the ideologies of their lyrics. I want softness, I want real love, and I want mutual care. Even though I enjoy the music, and I mean I thoroughly enjoy it and listen to it on almost a daily basis, I realize that I don't align with the lifestyle that it promotes. And maybe you've been feeling that same disconnect too. I've just been noticing too many women, especially younger women, crafting their identities based on what they're consuming. And I get it, when you're a teenager or even in your early 20s, you're supposed to go through phases and be in this process of finding yourself. When those phases start to replace your relationship with your inner voice, that's when it becomes dangerous. That's when you start to lose the thread of your own entire life. So let's get grounded in this. Let's talk about what it actually means to find yourself. Finding yourself means learning to sift through everything you've been told and figure out what's really yours. It's slowing down long enough to hear your own voice underneath all of the noise of the world. It's about reconnecting to the parts of you that existed before the world told you who to be, and then having the courage to meet who you're becoming without having to package it up or make it pretty or more palatable. So I'm not here to offer you a 5-step fix. This is me talking to you, really a heart to heart, about what that process looked like for me and what it might look like for you. Because I've been there. I've been in a place where I've questioned, am I really this person that I'm projecting as, or is this coming from somewhere else? I want to say you're not lost. You're just in the middle and you're caught in the noise of the world. I've been reflecting a lot on who I used to be and who I've become. There was a time when I was timid, very soft-spoken, always just trying to get it right. And I had a sense of self, but honestly, it was shaped by what others expected from me. I was a perfectionist. Like, literally, I couldn't start something unless I thought I could do it perfectly. And even now, those tendencies still linger. I'm not even gonna lie. I still have a good amount of perfectionism in me. But somewhere along the way, I have crafted a new woman. It's like through deep desire, willpower, and alignment with God, I became the version of me that a younger me dreamed of becoming. It's safe to say I manifested her. And I am so proud of her. But even now, I am still evolving. I've built the softness to give myself grace, the confidence to let myself shine in spaces I held back in. And I have a whole vision for what I want my life to be. But if I'm being honest, I still want more. And it's not because I'm ungrateful, but it's because growth doesn't stop. And when you have desire, it doesn't just expire. Sometimes you reach the version of you used to pray for, only to realize that you're still carrying the wounds from the girl or the boy you used to be. And that may be what's holding you back right now. When I was creating content on TikTok, back in what I like to call my TikTok era, I built a platform of over 80,000 people. I was sharing my aesthetic, my thoughts, and really my spiritual perspective. It was really rooted in self empowerment. I really didn't lean on trends too much, and I tried not to be gimmicky. I really wanted to push the belief that we all have the power to change our lives. And at first, it felt really good and it felt aligned and it felt like me. But slowly, I started shifting and I created what I thought would perform better. I created what I thought would validate me and would really play nice with the algorithm, because that's what social media is about right now. And yeah, it did work until it didn't. I ended up with something that looked beautiful on the outside, but it felt very hollow and shallow on the inside, and that wasn't me. I was performing and I was creatively, emotionally, and just mentally exhausted. And that taught me something really important. Just because something is working doesn't mean it's aligned. I want you to write that down. Just because something is working doesn't mean it's aligned. Perfection doesn't create peace, and over controlling everything and every aspect of your life doesn't create a better life. It just creates more anxiety. If you ever have oversteered a car and it started to flip, that's what I felt like I was doing with my life. I was trying so hard to make it work that I almost flipped the whole thing over. But I didn't. Now I'm learning to trust myself, to give myself grace, to stop obsessing over who I want to become and actually just show up for who I already am today. And that's the secret sauce to finding yourself. So if you're watching this, maybe life hit you early. Maybe you've been through heartbreaks or multiple heartbreaks. Maybe you've experienced financial instability. Maybe you've experienced rejection from the people who were supposed to love you right and the people you let closest to you. Or in general, maybe you just felt invisible. I want to tell you that there's a version of you that existed before all of this. A version that felt free, creative, unstoppable. And she's still in there. But I get it if you're feeling less than confident, because the world is loud and the internet and social media is even louder. It's constantly telling you to survive and to perform and to grind and to compare yourself to others. But you were not born just to survive. You were born to remember yourself, to return to yourself. Sometimes I think about how trauma sits in the body. Biography is biology. how insecurity buries itself in your root chakra, and how your solar plexus dims from years of being unseen and unheard, and how your throat chakra shuts down when you haven't felt safe to speak in so long. So, yeah, you may be tired, but you're not broken, and you're not too far gone. You're just being called back to yourself. Everything you've been through is to bring you back to yourself. Don't feel discouraged. Don't shut down, because you're grown now. You're in control. You can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control what you feed yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You can't break free from survival mode when you're constantly consuming things that keep reinforcing it. The world is designed to distract you from your power. And honestly, it's working, unless you choose to see through it. So here's the shift. Here's what you can actually do to start finding yourself again. First, limit distractions. I got a phone lockbox, and not to be extreme, but it's because I was spending so much time scrolling, and it wasn't even consciously. It was just to fill space. But now I put my phone away, and I use this time to get back to myself. I just turn my little timer on for however long I want to spend with my hobbies or my thoughts or my projects or my reading. And this has just freed me of so much mental space that I now have picked up hobbies I didn't even think I could. Step 2 of finding yourself is to start creating without pressure. I started painting again, and it's not for profit, it's not for content, it's just for me. I don't know who needs to hear this, but everything doesn't have to be monetized. When you take the pressure off to just create, you start to remember why you loved creating in the first place. And number 3, practice presence. I do this a lot with my friends. When I'm out with my friends, I am thinking about the moment. I'm thinking about connection. We're having conversation. And I'm really just focused on being fully there. I feel like today, so many people spend so much time on the phone that they lose that human connection that we need. Number 4, take care of your body. Eat whole foods. Drink water, move in ways that feel good. Go to that yoga class. Go hit the gym. If you live in an apartment, you have a gym, go hit the gym. Go run. Like, take a walk during work. And don't do this stuff because you're trying to reach some body goals. Like, do it because it feels good. Do it because you deserve to feel grounded in your body. And last but not least, this is a very important step to finding yourself. Honor how far you've come. Remember that you are literally the result of younger you's prayers. You are the realization of younger you's dreams, and you're the results of younger you's persistence. Don't forget that. Even while you're evolving, even while you're growing, take a moment to celebrate just how far you've made it. If you're wondering how to really bridge that gap between who you are and who you're becoming, maybe it starts here, and maybe it starts right now, today. This space I'm creating is meant to be a soft landing for girls who've been strong for too long, for the creatives who are tired of performing in a world that doesn't even appreciate their artistry, for the women who forget what it's like to be held by others or even by themselves. You are not a fish in a tank just watching the world and letting things happen to you and waiting to be fed. You are a bird, and you are meant to fly freely and explore the world and discover things about yourself and learn through others. You were born to be free, and I hope this video brings you closer to that freedom, and I hope you become closer to yourself. Hey y'all, it's Key. I just want to say thank you for being here. I'm not necessarily new to YouTube, but I've more so been on TikTok. But now I am stepping into a whole new level with my content. Around here, we're talking about self empowerment, personal evolution, but also diving into culture. And I'll be providing some cultural commentary and really everything that helps you step deeper into who you are, but also understand the world around you. If that speaks to you, go ahead and subscribe to Keyism. I would love to have you on this journey.